Let's go back to the phone lines, talk to Donna in St. Louis, Missouri. Hi, Donna.
Hello. I wanted to ask you, you were talking to someone and you said that you don't find any evidence in the Bible of a secret coming of Christ. What about the thief in the night? You know, the 5 virgins with their lamps trimmed would go with him. The 5 that weren't ready would not go in with him. So this is why this was confusing to me.
Right, but Matthew 24, particularly the end, has nothing whatsoever to do with a rapture. Matthew chapter 24 has to do with what is going on with respect to the destruction of Jerusalem and the destruction of the temple. And Jesus is using the language of the Old Testament prophets to prophesy that that is going to happen within a generation. So he uses the language of Isaiah, for example. The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken.
Well, where do we fit this in, then, to Scripture?
Well, this has to do with the coming of Jesus Christ in judgment. That's the whole point of the passage. Remember, in the passage, Jesus is leaving the temple, and he's walking away, and his disciples are calling his attention to its buildings. And right. Jesus says, do you see all these things? I tell you the truth, not one stone here will be left on another, everyone will be thrown down. And then when he's sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples come to him privately and say, when will this happen? What will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age? Now, when they talk about his coming there, they're not talking about his second coming. They're talking about his coming in judgment on Jerusalem and the temple, which will not recognize Messiah in their midst. And then, just so that you don't miss his point, he says, even so, when you see all these things, all the things he's just delineated, then you know that it is near, right at the door. I tell you the truth, this generation will certainly not pass away until all these things have happened. Well, there are some skeptics that say, well, the sun didn't fall, the stars didn't fall out of the sky, so Jesus is a false prophet. But they don't understand that the heir to the linguistic riches of the Old Testament prophets, and a greater prophet than them all, is using their language to describe that Jerusalem will fall. Now, no one knows the day or the hour. Christ is going to come like a thief in the night. But that is something that happened in the past and doesn't speak to a pre-tribulational rapture in the future. Be right back.